7:05 start, which is right now. They'll be counted down to this first heat to kick off stop number 2 of the season in just a moment. It will be Sally Fitzgibbons taking on the young rookie on tour, Tya Zebrowski.
You know, they're both super powerful surfers, as we see the first wave of the morning.
Opening ride of the event, Sally Fitzgibbons from the south coast of New South Wales throws down a nice wrapping turn to kick things off. Sweeps it on the open face for turn number 2 and got there nice and early.
So let's break it down here. So kind of a smaller wave for this morning, but nice rail work, right? She's feeling out. You can tell she's on a bigger board too. I like that. Really drawing out these turns. But this last section, she gets up there pretty early because...
And now the young rookie representing France will light up a crazy lip line that kind of leaped on her. Reaching for the top of that lip and ended up going down hard.
Let's have a look at this. The intention is here, right? You're thinking she goes up into the lip, she gets this carve, but then this next section, her intention is I am going for broke. I'm not going to back down. And pretty scary section to hit because I mentioned it earlier. Where you're doing this last turn, it's called the bricks, right? So it's this shallow platform of reef, and it's basically 2 bits of ocean converging with each other.
Wondering how big the sets will be in this first heat of the morning. Sally Fitzgibbons, 4.5 start. Tya went down and got a 2.0. And now the Australian takes her second scoring ride of the morning. 2017 champion in the West throws down just setup work to open up this wall. Now driving kind of mid-face bottom turn, attacking the closeout section and doesn't hang on to the drift. One of the most challenging end sections on tour. Very dangerous, but it's also high scoring if you are effective in crushing it. Here comes Tya picking a bigger wall. Little fade to start. The rookie representing France and Tahiti has a crazy end section loading up and makes a smart decision to get out of there.
I think that was the perfect example of just 2 converging bits of water, because on to the left of the screen, there's kind of like this little phantom wave that breaks, and it breaks towards the right. So you get these 2 big walls of water approaching each other, and you can just see the energy in that last shot. But yeah, it's a difficult wave to surf and navigate. I mean,
many times we'd run that non-elimination format flick and no one's lost yet. We kind of have to start from scratch the next day. So this is a great example of the new format working brilliantly. As we look at a takeoff from Sally, up and out. Priority to Tya Zebrowski. Tya got her best during the break.
Yeah, so let's see Tya just cutting back here, setting up for this inside section, see if she gets another moment. And she does. So nice little jam in the pocket there, and decides to eject. And
we still have the first heat, enjoying the lineup with just Sally and Tya as we're about to overlap heat number 2. Fitzgibbons throwing away the finish, but got a bit of work done on that Glen Pang to ditch that 1.5 low score. Look at that frontside power hack, and she's going to really enter that power conversation again.
Totally. I think here we go. Maybe Tya having a look.
Paddling into this one. This will be Tya Zebrowski. Fades the takeoff. Nice clean wrapping turn. Comes off with some speed and draws it back into the power source. Looking to get out of there. Nice kick out right ahead of that big brick shelf. Yolanda Hopkins has some fun energy. She's really cool on land, makes you crack up, doesn't take herself too seriously, but she is all in when it comes to her career. Watching Sal now, 3-time world runner-up, throws down her first cutback in the pocket, well placed for Fitzgibbons. Drawing all the way on that twist and wrap off the top, and gets there early to make sure she rides away. Smart decision for Sal. Tya already S-ing her way towards that same point. Zebrowski just tagging the oncoming whitewater, and look at that step. Read that beautifully to avoid the brick shelf, and then got into deeper water to get the completion. Has had 12 championship tour wins, has represented Australia in the Olympic Games. Her passion is infectious for pro surfing, and she's locked into a wide open wall at main break. Board chattering off the bottom. Fits in that fading wrap. It's an interesting one there, Flick. We see it a lot. You know, some of these waves start with this big wall. You load up, and when you get there, you can kind of run out of gas just by the slope.
Those things where we're just going to have to wake up and see, what that storm is providing as we look to Sally.
Fitzgibbons looking to control this lineup over the rookie on tour. Drives through the lip there, and look at the step. Drops down and keeps control of that finishing move. One more look at Sally's wave.
Yes, I think Sal's doing a good job at finding these nice, smooth, clean-faced waves. And the real important thing for me is she gets up here early to this turn. The moment you're trying to hit the lip or connect with that.
Zebrowski needs a 6.74. And she's going to go for it right here. Nice controlled late takeoff. Getting into the open wall, beautiful cutback. Second maneuver goes a bit higher with the wrapping turn. Out in front, is able to get a third maneuver and a fourth finish. Tya's best so far.
Small wave, but beautiful, cup to it here. I mean, a nice rail work. She's able to tee off a few times. And look, the board is really holding here. This has looked really good. It hasn't been too much bauble. She rides out of the last turn.
Sally answering. Quick one there. She gets moving down the line. She's got the lip right in front of her to attack, but she can't hang on. Sal identified the opportunity to switch gears from the cutbacks to go up more vertically.
You can tell by the way she stood up that she was pretty stoked with that after that completion. And then Sal behind her. Let's see what she got done. So a little wrap to start. And then, cuts that turn a bit short because she wants to get to the last section. She rides out of that. You're thinking potentially might improve on her situation. She's gone up into the lip here and it's pretty dynamic. But look, let's just have a look. You can see here there's a little step, little bubble or a boil underneath her board. And just kind of creating that cavitation underneath her fins where...
We run out of time in this one, and the two shake hands. Well done to Tya Zebrowski, even though she's knocked out of this one. Really pushed Sal towards the end, turning in a 6 compared to Sally's 6.5.
Thanks, Joe. Sal, first heat of the morning, you come down, it's absolutely pumping. Before we get into the heat, conditions-wise, it's big from the beach, but it's got to be even bigger when you're out there.
Well, especially when you paddle out in the dark and you're like, what's out here? Something like hunting you down, there's some energy out there. And I have to kind of take that moment for something pretty special. Like, for me, there was a lot of pain, a lot of hurt trapped in this place the last 5 years. And even though my mind is like fresh and ready to go, it's so hard for your body to let go of that like intense like hurt and heartbreak. So just to come back here to get on the plane and paddle out, it's just, it's pretty huge, these things. Like, internally, it's such a wrestle. And you don't want to leave a place feeling like it's just hurt and pain. And that's what I came in to celebrate, just the beauty of the place and trying to just glide in on a big set and just like put a smile on my face. And actually, like, it brings back so many memories, like ones with especially good mates like Courtney Connelly. Court, how's it going? She always made me laugh on days like this when, the horizon goes dark and you got nowhere to go, and she'd always make light of it and, be with me getting washed onto the inside. So shout out to all the memories and just my team for getting me back here.
We get to rewrite the story though this year. There's a lot more lightness around the place. Let's talk about the first 5 years though. You almost podiumed. You got third place so many times here. Come on, Sal. What's it going to take to get you on that first or second?
Oh, for me, it's like at this stage of my career, it's actually getting away from the win. I'm not trying to challenge, the peak of my powers or winning. It's just like to come back and keep working on my surfing. And this generation surfing against the likes of Tya is such an honour. Like, these are future world champions, and like, I'm here to learn and evolve my surfing. And the longer I can stay on tour, I can see like how good a surfer I can be.
We love it, Sal. We love you. Let's see it again in the next heat. Thank you. Thanks, guys.